Formative 1, day 5, scatter plots and correlation. First of all, correlation is when there's two sets of data that are strongly linked, but no evidence that changes in one variable will cause changes in another variable. So this would be an example like the number of mailboxes in a neighborhood, okay, and the number of firefighters. Okay, if the mailboxes increase, that does not mean the number of firefighters in the town will increase. Okay, one has nothing to do with the other. Okay, causal relationship is when one variable causes a change in another variable. So this is a good one is you increase your study time, you increase your test score. Okay. All right, both of them are going up. So this has a correlation and it has a causal relationship. When you increase your study time, it is going to increase your test score. All right, trend lines are correlation. We have three types of correlation. So these are going to be scatter plots. All right, let's say this is time and this is distance. Time, distance, time, and distance. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a positive correlation. Okay, and basically what that means, it's going to have a positive slope. As time increases, the distance, okay, is going to increase. So this is called a scatter plot, where it's not necessarily a line, but it looks like it could be a line. All right, the next one's negative. Okay, and negative is when it has a negative slope or it's downhill. So as time increases, the distance decreases. Okay, so positive is when both increase. Negative is when time increases, distance decreases. The next one, the last one, is no correlation. Okay, and that just means there are dots all over and there's no trend line, or there's nothing that looks like it could be a line. Okay, so positive correlation, negative correlation, and then no correlation. All right, is there a correlation? If so, is it a causal relationship? Okay, so remember, positive, both increases. Negative, one increases, one decreases. And then no correlation is when they're all over the place. One has absolutely nothing to do with the other. Now, causal, remember, is if when you increase one, the other one will increase. All right, number 4, the number of hours worked and the amount of money made. So if you increase your hours, your money will increase. Okay, that makes sense, right? The more hours you work, the more money you're going to make. So this is positive. Okay, and it's causal. Okay. That means if you increase your hours, you expect your money to increase. All right, the amount of time you practice your swim meet times. All right, so if you increase the hours you practice, okay, if you're swimming, the time it takes you to swim, say 50 meters or 100 meters, it should decrease your meet times. Meaning the time it takes you to make a lap should decrease. Okay, this is a negative correlation because one increases and one decreases. And it is causal. If you change your practice time, you will expect your meet times to change. Okay, so if you stop practicing, you would expect your times to increase. All right, last slide. Trend lines. The lines that can be drawn through the data that best fits the set. So number 6, given the graph, find the equation of the trend line. So we're going to draw a straight line. Now this is a lot of points, but we're just going to pick 2 points and we're going to draw a line between the 2 points. I like to pretty much pick the first and the last. So I'm going to pick this dot and this one, and I'm going to draw a line through them. Okay, and then I'm going to create my equation. Okay, now we know the y-intercept, okay, is pretty close. Let's say it could be about 10. Well, first, if you remember, equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept and m is the slope. So my y-intercept, I'm going to say, is 10. Okay, so y equals, now we gotta find the slope. Now slope, remember, is rise over run. So we're gonna draw a line and find the rise over run. Okay. So this is probably about at 60, and this is at 525. Sorry, 525. So this is 465. Now my run looks like it could be about 75 to 96, which is about 21. So we're going to have 465 over 21. I'm going to go ahead and change that to a decimal. That's about 22. So y equals 22x plus 10. So there's my equation. Now yours might be different if you pick 2 points. Okay, obviously you wouldn't pick those 2 points because that does not represent the line. Okay. All right, next one. How many visitors would the beach have if the temp was 99 degrees? Now you notice this down here was the temp. So that is my x value. So what if it was? I'm going to go ahead and put y equals 22, and instead of x, I'm going to put 99. Okay, and I'm going to find out what it would be. And it would be 2,188 visitors. Okay. All right. Have a great day.